Far beneath the restless surface of the world's oceans lies a hidden realm few humans will ever witness. It is a realm of shadows, silence, and forgotten history, where thousands upon thousands of ships rest on the seafloor, frozen at the moment they met their end. Scientists estimate that more than 3 million shipwrecks are scattered across the oceans, each one a silent monument to ambition, tragedy, war, and human error. These vessels did not simply sink and vanish. They carried their stories with them, sealing their contents inside metal holes and wooden frames that now sit in eternal darkness. And what lies within them is far more disturbing than legends of lost treasure. When a ship begins to sink, chaos unfolds rapidly. Water rushes in, lights flicker out, and people flee with whatever they can carry. But much is left behind. Cabins remain furnished, cargo holds stay loaded, and corridors become underwater passageways to the past. Decades later, explorers who enter these wrecks often describe the feeling of stepping into a paused moment in time. Plates are still stacked in dining halls. Shoes rest neatly beneath bunks. Tools hang on walls, exactly where sailors last placed them. In deep, cold waters, the lack of light and oxygen slows decay so dramatically that entire rooms can remain recognizable even after a century. One of the most haunting aspects of shipwrecks is the evidence of human loss. Contrary to popular belief, skeletons are rarely found intact. Marine life, bacteria, and chemical processes gradually erase bones and tissue. Yet the presence of the dead is undeniable. Leather shoes are often discovered side by side, heavy enough to sink with their owners and durable enough to outlast them. Helmets, dog tags, wedding rings, and even prosthetic limbs have been found resting quietly on the seabed. These objects confirm what the ocean has erased. People died here, often trapped and terrified, with no escape. Some wrecks are especially disturbing because of who remains inside them. Submarines and warships from the world wars are considered underwater war graves. Many sank with entire crews still aboard, sealed within steel hulls that remain closed to this day. Out of respect, these vessels are rarely entered or disturbed. Sonar scans and robotic surveys suggest that hundreds of bodies may still be inside, preserved in darkness, untouched for decades. These wrecks are not just historical artifacts. They are final resting places, silently honored by the ocean itself. Warship wrecks hide another terrifying secret. Weapons, battleships, destroyers, and cargo vessels often went down fully armed. Torpedoes sit in launch tubes. Depth charges remain stacked in storage racks. Artillery shells and naval mines lie exactly where they were placed before disaster struck. Time has not rendered these weapons harmless. In fact, corrosion can make them even more unstable. There have been documented cases where underwater disturbances near wrecks triggered explosions long after the wars ended. These sunken ships are, in many ways, sleeping giants, capable of destruction, even in their grave. Beyond weapons, many wrecks contain something just as dangerous. Toxic chemicals and fuel. Oil tankers and military ships frequently sank with massive amounts of fuel still on board. Scientists believe that billions of gallons of oil remain trapped inside wrecks worldwide. As hulls weaken and collapse over time, this oil can leak into surrounding waters, silently poisoning marine ecosystems and coastlines. Some wrecks are closely monitored because a sudden structural failure could release an environmental disaster without warning. These hidden threats remind us that the past is still capable of harming the present. Yet the ocean does not merely destroy, it transforms. Over time, shipwrecks become strange hybrids of death and life. Coral grows across decks that once carried passengers. Barnacles and sponges, coat gun, turrets and railings. Fish weave through corridors and make homes in engine rooms. Sharks patrol cargo holds, and eels slip through shattered portholes. Microorganisms known as iron-eating bacteria slowly consume the metal itself, creating long fragile rust formations called rust. These growths look like dripping icicles and are slowly eating shipwrecks from the inside out. In this way, the ocean turns human machines into living reefs, even as it dismantles them. Some of the most unsettling wrecks are those that defy easy explanation. Ships have been found resting upright on the seabed, their hulls intact, cargo undisturbed, and no clear sign of damage. In some cases, lifeboats are missing, suggesting the crew abandoned ship in a hurry. Inside, doors stand open, furniture is overturned, and personal belongings are scattered as if panic swept through the vessel. Fires, toxic gas leaks, and sudden storms can explain some of these scenes. But others remain unresolved, feeding centuries-old legends of ghost ships and mysterious disappearances at sea. Modern technology has allowed explorers to see deeper and clearer than ever before. Remotely operated vehicles now glide through wrecks that are far beyond the reach of human divers. Cameras have captured handwritten notes, still legible after decades underwater. Clocks frozen at the exact second disaster struck, and glass bottles still sealed tight after a century in the dark. In rare cases, food and drink have been recovered in shockingly good condition, preserved by cold temperatures and crushing pressure. These discoveries are unsettling because they blur the line between past and present, making history feel disturbingly close. Perhaps the most terrifying truth hidden inside sunken ships is what they reveal about human vulnerability. Each wreck represents a moment when technology failed, decisions went wrong, or nature proved unstoppable. Luxurious ocean liners, military giants, and modern cargo ships all share the same fate once the ocean takes control. The sea does not care about size, power, or purpose. When a ship loses the fight, it is stripped of movement and sound, becoming just another silent structure on the seafloor. Even today, new wrecks are added to this underwater graveyard. Despite advanced navigation systems, satellites, and weather forecasting, ships still sink due to collisions, fires, mechanical failures, and sudden storms. When they do, they carry the same unsettling cargo as those before them. Trapped spaces, dangerous materials, and unanswered questions. They join the fleet below, waiting in darkness for someone, someday, to look inside. So what truly lies inside the sunken ships beneath the ocean? Not glittering treasure or romantic adventure, but preserved fear, loss, and history. They are time capsules filled with the final moments of human lives, locked away where sound cannot travel and light cannot reach. The terrifying truth is that the ocean floor is not empty. It is crowded with reminders that no matter how advanced we become, the sea still holds the final word, and it never gives back everything it takes.